The second game of the day saw UK scene veterans exceL facing off against the orgless no org, no problem. Both teams came out of pick and ban with solid drafts. exceL built a comp around Cogmore, not unlike Misfits in the first game of the day, and no org were happy to pick up Braum and Sejuani for some disruptive teamfights backed by their high damage carries. What caught my interest was the preemptive Urgot pick, knowing Dan was most likely going to take Poppy, who was one of his mains, to counter the Zac. By keeping him in lane, exceL hoped to enable Taxa to go huge on Zac. Naturally, this meant Taxa's early focus was on getting his top laner ahead. A 4-minute dive was on the cards, but no org knew exactly what exceL would be up to, and Skaden arrived at the perfect moment to turn the dive against exceL and secure first blood. Although this wouldn't be enough to silence Sendu's Urgot, it did help to relieve a little bit of pressure from the Poppy. Little else happened in the opening 10 minutes of the game bar that one kill, but surprise surprise, the action returned topside once more. The difference this time was Kremal's entrance on Galio, but the outcome was no different. Mistagon picked up a kill onto Sendu, and no org walked away with their lives. Despite the early deaths, Sendu could still apply enough pressure onto Dan to prevent him from leaving the lane. Taxa and Kroimal turned their attention towards the bottom lane, where a cheeky tower dive returned a kill onto the exceL side. It was quite unusual to see Skaden being the one a few seconds behind his counterpart, especially after a ward in the river spotted out the impending gank unfolding. exceL's key problem now was that they burnt a lot to drop the Braum, and Tristana was still sat on almost full HP with assistance coming in from Sejuani and Xerath. Anyone would have exceL down for losing at least 2 members here, but Taxa pulled off a brilliant play to carry all 3 enemies into a Galio taunt, which netted them a further 2 kills. They claimed their bonus prize with an easy pick-up onto EU Twisted Fate, and exceL had finally found their footing in this game. Now down 2 towers, no org knew that they needed to do something. If they could reach the late game, they'd be in with a shot of winning given the Tristana and Xerath damage available to them, but exceL had other plans. Cruelly stealing away the Rift Herald, they secured a kill onto Poppy before yet another beautiful Zac play began to unfold onto the fleeing members of no org, no problem.
No problem, because they might just have gotten caught. There's the Braum ultimate to try and keep these ones alive. Flash into another fantastic ultimate from the Zac. Means that there's just nothing the side of no org, no problem can do. They are getting destroyed in these fights right now, and it is going to be a huge triple kill going over the side of exceL's Kremel, and that is guaranteed to be another tower.
As you'd expect from a top tier team, exceL began using their ever-growing advantage to starve no org of vision. Bearing in mind that the underdogs knew they needed to stay relevant to reach late game in good shape, no org had to fight for vision, but ultimately surrender more and more kills to an increasingly fed exceL side. By the 25-minute mark, no org, no problem had lost everything. The game felt a lot slower than the previous one, but exceL had commandeered the later stages of it to ensure no org, no problem didn't have a way back into it. Even with Sendu relegated to Poppy control, Kroimal's Galio plays in conjunction with Taxa's brilliant ult set Venza up to dish out the damage we've all come to expect from a Cogmore. Even Orcs, exceL's last minute sub, stepped up and performed well, and the win was well deserved.